for years.
Yeah.
It's good luck.
Does this look okay? Yes. Okay, cool. Now I can hear.
Yeah, so much I can hear.
I can hear better. Everything's very
Oh,
muffled.
with Jamie's Tribble, it looks like you're wearing a Tribble inside.
How do we know it wasn't an inside out tribble? This was your mother. No.
Here, she's pregnant. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We're going to start rolling because we've got a big group of experts up here and we've got a ton of material to cover.
Yeah, we do.
We're going to do everything we can to make this the most fun hour of con.
Woo! Yeah!
So hopefully you are here for Cosplay 101, bringing your dreams to life. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm going to get right into introductions then. So I am Bob Mogg. I'm your moderator. We're going to do 30-second intros to keep this moving. I come from a historical costuming background, but have gotten into everything. Catherine.
My name is Catherine Fisher. I have a degree in fashion design and production, but that's not what I do for a living since it's real hard to break into the business. I make costumes for fun and occasionally a little profit, and been coming to Comic-Con since 2005 and doing this panel for since at least 2019. So thank you so much for being here.
I'm Jamie. I'm a cosplayer, actress, and YouTuber. You can check out my YouTube channel, Timeline with Jamie, and yeah.
I'm Michael Mason. I'm a cosplayer filmmaker of 20 plus years. My first convention was Comic-Con in 2006. And if you want to follow me, I'm Cinemason on YouTube and make independent films.
I'm Miguel Navarro Franco. I'm the founder of Legacy Cosplay. I've been cosplaying for Star Wars since 2015. I was a veteran before that in the Navy. I've been a mega nerd for everything, just anything basically. I've been making creations since I was a little kid, making my own characters and costumes, and live it as an adult now, living my dream. So, hi.
Ingrid.
Hello there. I'm Ingrid. I'm a actress, writer, and of course cosplayer. I love cosplaying, just getting into characters. Since I'm a horror fan, I love some of the horror stuff too, and sci-fi, and I think I just have my hand in everything. I'm just curious about everything. So thank you for having me here.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm not a Superman in the cosplay community. I am a Superman enthusiast, an artist, and a charity cosplayer. I've been going to Comic-Con since 2009 and started cosplaying in 2012.
Very good. Waiting to do a toss-up or lightning round. One of the things we really push is, if you're not having fun doing cosplaying, why are you doing it? Okay, makes sense. But having said that, let's give me your favorite inspiration, and let's start at down there with Super Dan.
Well, I'm wearing mine inspiration. Sure, that started it all for me with Smallville, because in its fourth season, when I first got into the show, after that, the rest was history. I just got really into Superman and superheroes and started diving into that genre. And to get to that inspiration, I've acquired several Superman suits over the years, including the Smallville suit based off the comic, a black suit from the comics, a spandex version of this one that I wear for charity events, and Superboy, not just a t-shirt and jeans, but an actual suit. Jor-El from the old Christopher Reeve movies, and a couple of Christmas variations.
As you can see, I'm Ringley. So my inspiration, I was a kid that grew up in the 80s. Go 80s.
Yeah! Gen X for the win.
During that time, there weren't a lot of female protagonists who were very strong, and also had curly hair like me. So I could never really relate to the characters. I didn't really see myself on screen that much until Ripley came along and changed my world. And Ever since then, I've been inspired to, try to pick characters that kind of resemble me. So I like doing Jessie from Toy Story because she's also very energetic and a lot of fun. So that's kind of close to my personality in a way too. But I mean, I've done everything from mutant cannibals to, sci-fi and beyond. So it's just a lot of fun to get into the actual character, the mind of the character, and actually dress up as the character and act out the character. So I love doing that.
My greatest inspiration actually was my mother. Growing up, I wanted to be any character, and she would make it for me with like felt stuff like my Ninja Turtles costume and my Batman. And unfortunately, I tried to become Batman, and I broke my arm from the 1989 Batman. I literally snapped my arm almost completely off, trying to pretend like I was falling in the trash can. But I've always loved being a character, so I still do it now. Like, so.
All right, so my first inspiration, I would say, was going to the video store. Yeah, I'm really showing my age here for a second here, but renting the NES video game Ninja Gaiden. Okay, who's heard of Ninja Gaiden? Come on. Thank you. Okay, so obviously I've had some cosplays before that. I mean, like when I was a kid, I would dress up as Inigo Montoya from Princess Bride. That was my first one. But then I got into being a ninja a lot. So when I got out of boot camp in 2007, I basically went to the Chinatown over there, and they were selling ninja costumes. So I started terrorizing all my shipmates, and I came back here and I went to Comic-Con, and I would be a ninja with a gatling gun. But it all started with Ninja Gaiden for that love for that. And once I started doing that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do more cosplays on video games I really like. So I started doing Chrono Trigger, Legend of Zelda. I did this right now. I'm doing Persona 5's Joker because I'm a big fan of that. And here I am.
My inspiration has to be Halloween because I was like, why can't I do this year long? And so then once I discovered cosplay was a thing, I'm like, this is what I'm doing. So I do mostly time travel, like Spock here, Doctor Who, and other things too.
My inspiration it's kind of all over the place. I was really into like fairy tales when I was a kid, and I've been making costumes since I was like 9 years old. I used to make Barbie stuff for my Barbies, and when I was 14, I decided I wanted to actually become a fashion designer. So I like, fairy tales, movies, comics, anything that's pretty and fun and, fur, satin, spandex, rhinestones, anything like that. Just anything that catches my eye, but science fiction, Star Wars, all that jazz.
Interestingly enough, you are my inspiration. Those of you who are out there in costumes, I'm always looking and stealing things from you, even though you don't know it. It's kind of fun. But it's fun. This year, we're not all in Star Wars. Last year,
That's
I
right.
think both panels, we were all in Star Wars.
We had a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars. So thanks for bringing Star Trek back. We like it. Thanks.
Let's do Star Trek.
Oh, our favorite topic.
Yes.
You want it good, you want it faster, you want it cheap. Pick two.
Because you can't have all three.
Can't have all three. Who up here in the panel, show of hands, are big thrifters? Okay, that's interesting. How many of you feel that you are a good sewer on a sewing machine? How many of you have a 3D printer at home? Oh, that's kind of light for a group like this. EVA foam? Okay. Even on a panel like this, everybody specializes. But that doesn't mean you can't trade skills. I know.
Yes.
Catherine came to me to learn chainmail.
Yes.
And did a spectacular outfit. Maybe the picture's in tomorrow's.
It's in tomorrow's.
It's in tomorrow's.
Yeah, it's more advanced. He taught me chainmail. He didn't just teach me how to weave it. He taught me how to make it. So he made a rig to the coils, aluminum coils. I did all that, and it weighed about 11 pounds when I was done, but it was pretty cool.
What are your other tricks for doing things on the cheap?
I got one.
Go ahead.
Once you start with something cheap, then that's a good starting point. Obviously, you're always, if it's fast, sure, you need it right away, you got a convention in a few days. That's a good thing, but then you start to say, hey, I want to upgrade things, because you should, because there's certain materials that you should not have. For example, see my gloves? They didn't look like this morning.
Leather.
Leather sucks.
Pleather?
If it's really, it's gonna be fast.
Some pleather sucks.
So always upgrade, even if it's like really, really cheap, and you'll be a lot happier with it, especially if it's something that you're really, really passionate about. I mean, like you'd upgrade the pants, the boots, the mask. My mask is awesome. I got it from Mad Masks. My original I got, it was pleather, it fell apart after the first year. So, little tip.
I really like to, I'm very old school. Like I don't have a 3D printer. So like a lot of my stuff, I make out of either EVA foam. A lot of my helmets, like I've made stormtroopers, several Mandalorian helmets, Jason masks. I make them out of cardboard. Raphael from Epic Cardboard Props has a lot of great patterns. I made so much stuff out of cardboard and paper mache, old school from like, grade school, elementary school. I used to love paper mache and I do that now. I also, what I've been doing a lot lately is repurposing old costumes. Like the costume I'm gonna wear tomorrow is one I made back in 2018. It's a Harley Quinn. I took it apart, took the sleeves off. So now she's like got a little muscle shirt on. I'm good. I turn those into gauntlets. I get to wear tennis shoes tomorrow, which is gonna be great. So just repurposing old costumes too. Just like, if I'm not gonna wear it again, turn it into something new.
Oh, I just wanted to know that comfort is very important. So when we're talking about materials, like you really want to make sure that the material breathes, especially since, Comic-Con is in the summer, it's very hot. I mean, yes, I know coming from a girl wearing a jacket, but I'm always cold. So this is me here with a jacket. But yeah, just very important to do that because I've had a few mishaps with polyester being one of those materials where I'm bathed in sweat, not fun normally, but we've had those kind of moments.
Okay, good. All good tips. Okay, we talked a little bit about trading skills with people. I changed pictures on you.
That's okay.
The reason I put
Love it.
this one up here is I'm always encouraging men to costume because lots of times you'll see the guys in the t-shirt and, his significant others in a spectacular outfit. Actually, the other way too, but a black suit, oh, you can use it for everything. And that constable's suit, constable's coat has no sewing in it. If you turn up the lapels, put buttons on pin backings, you can make something like that. And then the next day you can restore it back to being a suit and use it for an interview, a funeral, a wedding, whatever you need it for. So very versatile. And we'll get back to looking at things in your closet a little later. Okay, lightning round. Name your favorite internet resource person when you go to for help on ideas and stuff like that. Catherine, start with that.
Stephen K. Smith, SKS props. He's really great. Second one would be the Raphael's Epic Cardboard Props.
Mine would be Kami Cosplay. I mean, she gives a lot
Kamui,
of-
yeah. What? Is it Kamui or?
I don't
Kamui
know.
cosplay is great.
Yeah.
Kamiya.
So she gives a lot of good advice.
Yeah, she stole my answer. Kamiya cosplay.
I pretty much just look online, Google. I pretty much like see whatever idea I want, and then kind of go from there, seeing what I can see on thrift stores or marketplaces, basically. And then if I can't find that, then I kind of go to commissioners through like Pro Cosplay and Leather Fashion Valley.
I'm always researching every time that I try to get into a specific cosplay, just because sometimes, like for example, Ripley, the details matter because nobody's gonna look at me and go, "Oh my gosh, that's Ripley." No, so I have to kind of help them out a little bit. So I'm always like researching makers and people that I know to help me to create, like for example, my little buddy here, the face hugger that I have on my shoulder and stuff like that, just to add those additional details.
So I actually got you, Catherine, up there for a lot of it when I was the commissioner for several of my suits and capes and whatnot.
I'm his exclusive designer.
And then I also sometimes get ideas from Etsy. They sell a lot of good cosplay material. So I mean, beginners out there who need props or pieces or even costumes. I would highly recommend it.
We love when kids cosplay.
Yes.
We love when families cosplay.
Yes.
Looking out there. We got a few kids in the part. Okay.
Some kids want to see it.
Who's got a good kids cosplay story?
I'm not a kid.
I'll say something. So with Legacy Cosplay, we are family oriented, and I have a lot of military families that have their children that decide to cosplay with us. So we do events like with USO, NWR. So like then they come in and have their kids dressed up. Like we had a whole family dressed up as Star Wars or Ghostbusters. Whenever we do events and parades,
Yeah.
it's really fun to include their families because then they can actually cosplay more often. So it's really fun to include the family with doing stuff because then it becomes a family event, and then it grows them into small cosplayers for when they become adults. They're big cosplayers.
I belong to Kids Can Cosplay, and one of my favorite events that they do every year is the neurodiverse prom for high schoolers, and it's an amazing event. And it just, I was Rapunzel, but when she cut off her hair because she's a brunette, so I got away with that, and a big fancy ball dress and my little pal Pascal. And it was just a very fun event just to see the smiles on their faces and to see how much energy and love they have for you in the cosplays that you're in. It's just incredible, and they're just so embracing. I also remember a time where I've done an event, a parade, and I was dressed as Mirabelle. I had a little girl who came running at me at full speed just to come and give me a hug because she couldn't wait to hug. So it's a kind of a wonderful experience because you're making memories for kids. And that's really one of the reasons why I got into cosplay in the first place, just to do that for the kids and make those wonderful memories for them.
We get into the always exciting topic of original design or recreating. And this is not a question of one is better than the other. This is a question of what you like to do. So show of hands, whose favorite is original designs? Okay, recreations?
That's like second
And
favorite.
then there's some that do both, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go, okay.
Both.
What's the toughest thing about a recreation? Toss-up question.
Finding the right pieces, or being able to make the right pieces to match them. In my particular case, since I get my materials from different places, matching all these brands is a bit of a challenge to make a suit cohesive. So that'd be my tip.
What about original design?
Original design, you can basically turn it into whatever you want. If you actually draw it all out and you want to bring it to life, it's so rewarding when that happens. But like you're allowed to change materials to make things go faster, but you don't want to sacrifice quality. So you really have a lot of freedom when you're original and so forth, but you're trying to make the biggest impact with it too. So there's kind of like a gray area in there, but you can do a lot.
This particular costume I'm wearing here, this is an original design. It is not my original design. It is Christopher Cannoli's visual conceptualization. This is Felicity Spitfire. This is Dude Vader's AI companion, and everything on this costume is this is the perfect one to wear for this because I didn't make anything on this costume. Everything was sourced through Amazon. Even my hair dye that I used to dye my hair the same color as Felicity, this is the character on the back. That's Felicity Spitfire. Let me see. Oh, sorry. There. And so Chris came up with the idea, and I got the leggings, the top off Amazon. He got the boots, the jacket. I sewed on the patches he chose, dyed my hair auburn, and Felicity Spitfire came to life. So you can, it's a cool costume, but I didn't sew any of it, just hand sewed the patches. So
That's the very definition of Chris's dream come true.
I just wish he was here dressed as Dude Vader today so we could recreate that picture, but he is in his new creation, Obi-Wan Kenobi today, so.
He's still carrying the head of Dude Vader, so we're okay.
Yes.
Cosplaying as couples or families can be lots of fun. And we have a cosplay family up here.
Ingrid is one of our
Yeah.
couples in Palm.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have my other half right there, and we do a lot of different. So if I'm Jesse from Toy Story, he's going to be Woody. We have also done Indiana Jones and Marion. We've done Buttercup and the Dread Pirate Roberts. Anybody that's a fan of the Princess Bride over there? We've done also Mirabelle and Bruno. Nobody talks about Bruno, so he gets that a lot. That's the thing too with costuming. If you are going to do a character that has, like, for example, Bruno, you're going to get that so many times by so many different kids. So you just have to be patient and go along with it. And it's so fun just to see their excitement that, we're just so into it. A lot of fun.
We have a husband and wife team. I'm sorry, I skipped over them because she's in that picture. Jamie and Michael are a cosplay couple, husband and wife cosplayers. Here.
So what happened here was I would ride the Indiana Jones ride a lot at Disneyland. So I bought one of those hats. And immediately when I did that, because I can't tell right now, but I actually have a big poofy hair and kind of a thing. So every time I wore the Indiana Jones hat, wherever I went, everybody said, "Oh, you're fourth Doctor." I'm like, "Who's Doctor Who?" And at the time, I didn't know who Doctor Who was because it was foreign to me. But some friends to me came up to me at a Renaissance fair and says, "Hey, we want you to put on this scarf and like you have your hat and everything like that. We're going to go do this photo shoot for this convention happening." It was like a Doctor Who convention happening in San Diego. And when I did that, I met Jamie, who was the companion to the fourth Doctor.
Romana.
So it was old school and so forth. But since then, sparks fly. 4 years later, we got married, and we've been cosplaying a couple costumes ever since.
Yeah, so we do Fourth Doctor and Romana together. Then we do Link and Zelda and a bunch of other couples cosplays too. It's so much fun getting to be up here with them and just cosplaying with them too.
Like Chrono and Luca was another one too that we did recently for the 30th anniversary of Chrono Trigger coming out, and we have an orchestra coming out, so we're doing that. So that's our next one that we're doing. But we did Klingon and Spock and other things, but it's been a lot of fun, especially when you have someone that you can share it with.
Yay!
I will point out that Ingrid's significant other dressed very nicely today, but look at the number of bags he's carrying. Okay, this is what's called a hand.
He's our fan.
Yes.
Because you don't have a lot of storage space in a lot of these. So it's nice to have someone who's bringing lunch, keeping you watered, collecting up stuff, and, doing all these things. So
It
that's
is
an important
nice.
function too.
It's nice.
Yay.
Okay, closet cosplay is kind of an interesting term, but the idea is you just dive into your closet, start pulling pieces out, throw together a costume. Quick, cheap, dirty, wonderful, and they can be spectacular.
Yeah.
How big are your cosplay closets?
We need another closet.
I have a 2-bedroom apartment, and my spare room is just fabric and costumes, and it's filled to the gills.
I don't have a closet. She took it over completely. I have a garage with 40 bins. So she gets all that space.
I have several boxes, one for each of my suits, and then a couple of boxes of just random materials that I've required and looking for ways to repurpose it. Like it looks full, but I don't know what to use it for yet. So I have my fair share of that. And so, yeah, we've only been reorganizing and coming up with ideas on how to make use of them.
Yeah, my closet, the one closet when we first started this, is now exploding, and so my better half says to me, "Okay, no more cosplays." But come on, you're talking to a cosplayer, so it's like I'm always gonna find something. Oh, how about that? How about this? How about that? So yeah, just beware if you're gonna go into cosplay, you're gonna get into that.
I work at Spirit Halloween, and I'm kind of a costume hoarder. So I have a storage unit that's a 5x20. Half of it's filled with mostly Spirit Halloween costumes because I'm a store manager. So I get a nice big discount, and I can kind of hold the costumes that I want for the end of the season. So yeah, I have a lot.
Don't they get mad when you do that?
I'm the store manager.
Regional manager is going to come and whoop your ass.
Okay, and frequently that costuming out of your closet leads to mashups. You want to do 2 costumes and decide they go together well. And that can work, and that can have difficulties. What are the hallmarks of a good mashup? What do you have to do?
Make it recognizable so that they recognize both, that the audience or the fans recognize both genres that you're mashing up. I think that's a successful mashup.
Jamie, hold up your little thing in your hand. What is that? Thank you.
Yes.
How easy is that?
And he has his own uniform. Yep.
It matches.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Hey, $40.
Yeah, the key thing is to pick those very recognizable things. The Superman S on anything, it's clearly Superman. Darth Vader's helmet, a Mandalorian helmet. You know, I pull out a lightsaber and you know I'm a Jedi. All those key things are enough to carry an entire mashup.
I can pitch a mashup that I thought was great in concept, but it didn't necessarily stand
Land.
out or register. Where I tried to mash Superman and Luke Skywalker from the Return of the Jedi outfit. And so I used Luke Skywalker's base outfit from black, but I colored it a dark blue and then put the Superman symbol on that. People just kept registering Superman because of the symbol. Even if I carry a lightsaber with me, a year later, I removed the cape and put one of the Star Wars Rebel logos on the back. So I turned around and people started kind of getting it. But initially, I kept getting asked, Superman, why are you carrying a lightsaber? So it's just kind of one of those. I might wear it at a convention type deal, but if I were to wear it like out in public or a charity, so yeah, that could happen. But it was a lesson well learned. So.
I did a mashup with, that was a Doctor Who one again, and it was K9 from the early series. And that was like a really cool one because like I really want to make like a humanoid K9 because nobody does it. Everybody just wants to do like either a companion or a dog. So it didn't really start off as a mashup up until I added a few key things to it. Well, first off, in the show, K9 shot a red laser out of his like nose and so forth. So I was like, okay, how can I replicate that? Let's give him a red lightsaber. Immediately, it became a Cyber Sith K9. And then I had a gun, like kind of like a big gun that I built up, kind of like Mega Man. And people thought it was like, oh, K9 went evil, and he's like an evil Sith, like K9. But it really is. It's just like it's not a Terminator. It's just a humanoid K9, and people had a lot of fun, talking about that at last Gallifrey 1 convention.
That also, you can mix franchises, genres. I'm still looking for an official Star Trek Jedi. Don't know. I don't. It's a great concept. I cannot get my head around how to do it.
That's how I am with anime.
Blasphemy.
I want to do anime, but I just don't can't choose a costume. So it's interesting.
Gender bending. Jamie, have you ever done a Doctor Who?
I've done the original master from the classic Who. He's called Delgado Master, and I did a female version of him. And today I'm also doing a female version of Spock. So,
Lady Spock.
Do you generally get good responses to it?
sometimes people know who I am. Like today, they know I'm Spock for sure. But sometimes it's like they're like, "Who are you?" And then I have to explain it. So it happens.
Yeah.
That does happen. Okay, comfort in cosplay. Well, let's lightning round this. One thing you would tell somebody who wants to wear a costume all day long at Comic-Con. Start us out, Dan.
One thing I would recommend, if you decide to wear boots, get some insoles. Yeah,
Yeah.
I recommend Dr. Schultz, so that Walmart, Amazon, I think Target, so not that expensive, you can even cut them to your own size, slip them right in, and you're good.
I would say sneakers. I've done Marion and we've done Indiana Jones, and well, Marion has sandals, and I could change out of my sneakers into those sandals for pictures, but for the most part, I'm wearing sneakers. I just want to be comfortable.
Okay, pockets
Pockets.
on everything. That just helps out a lot. But if you're wearing like a big costume, I would definitely recommend like getting a hotel room so you switch out and go into another costume later on in the day. I mean, like there's people I know who like get a hotel room just so even 3 to 4 times in their car,
Mhm.
just because they wear like the heaviest costume and it doesn't breathe. So that pots.
I would definitely say insoles for sure, and make sure you wear the right shoes. I mean, we don't have to wear heels around the convention. No one's asking you to do that. You cannot like Comic Con, you can do that, but just comfortable shoes and make it work. Yeah.
Make sure you try on your costume before you come to the con, make sure it fits and everything's comfortable, and stay hydrated, stay hydrated.
And don't put leather on your costumes. It falls apart.
Work in storage where you can, get a handler if you can't. Probably good. Best ideas on it. Oh, the one we didn't touch. You can all go into the bathroom in your costume, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
in these
Oh,
ones, yes. That's important.
Picture
Doing it right
stormtrooper
now.
armor and what it takes to do a bathroom break in stormtrooper armor.
Yeah.
And those kind of things happen, so. Reality. Okay, what are the benefits of joining groups?
Networking, fun events that you can do, just, like with Legacy Cosplay Society and Star Wars Society, we get to go to Ronald McDonald's house and, just make, the families of the kids there happy. Those are I really like just making the parents and the children that we cosplay for happy, but, networking and making new friends and meeting people whom you can, barter with skills. If I can sew, but I don't have 3D printers, so I can work with someone who's a 3D printer and I can sew for them. So stuff like that. Networking is really key for a group.
Some of the groups will have get-togethers, even full-blown conventions. San Diego Costumers Guild, a lot of them aren't here today because they're gearing up for Costume College next week.
Yeah.
Which includes a ball and all these other things. But those classes and the fact you can go to somebody who can help you out of that hole you just dug yourself into is a really nice part about a lot of these groups.
Costume College is in LA and it is amazing. I've learned so much from Costume College.
There's also cosplay meetups here at Comic Con and other conventions as well. So if you want to just dip your feet in or get to know people, if you're here the weekend, I definitely recommend looking some up.
We've touched on this a couple of times, but I'm going to throw it down because I know that both Miggy and Ingrid, well, pretty much everybody up here does the cosplay for charity.
Yep, we all do.
Somebody give me a good story.
I'm trying to think of one right now because there's so many. I feel like sometimes I love going to these events, and I think the reaction from kids, just having fun with them. A lot of times, for example, my husband and I, we went to an event. It was for deaf awareness, and basically one of the kids came up to us and asked us, "So when's the next Toy Story movie coming out?" So you need to have an answer for that, and so or where's Buzz? And so, you need to have answers for those questions that are believable from these specific characters and what you would say to them. And, basically I'll either say Buzz is on a mission in outer space, or the next movie is coming out soon, kind of deal. And I think that appeases the kids a little bit. We get asked questions about, if we're Mirabelle and Bruno, where's the rest of the family? So we get asked those kind of questions. So you really need to be on. Kids, they'll see right through it. So, you want to give them an answer that they'll say, "Oh yeah, okay, I get it," or "Oh yeah, I understand," that kind of thing. And they just smile and they'll believe that you're the character even more.
I can relate to that. I've been asked to fly so many times. I always tell them, only in an emergency.
Yeah. When we've done visits with Ronald McDonald's house, obviously we can't be around the children, but we can be with the families of the children. So a lot of times the parents will put us on FaceTime and we can talk to the kids who are in the hospital, across the way, and just seeing them light up because they see, a stormtrooper, or in my case, like a lady Wookiee or Superman or Captain America. That makes them really happy. And it's just really nice to see the kids light up and see it's like, we can't be with you, but we're sending you our love and best wishes, and then the families are just super happy that we're there. For May the 1st, oh, sorry, May the 4th, we were there, and there was a family whose their little boy had just beaten cancer, which was great, and he was just there like for a follow-up checkup, and he was saying that Star Wars was very important to them because the day when they took in their child to the, for their appointment, and they found out that he had leukemia, there were Star Wars decorations all over the place. So seeing us there for Star Wars Day and the day that their child was pronounced, in remission, was very special to them. And it was really special that they shared that with us. And they only spoke Spanish, but luckily one of our members was our translator, and it was just so nice for them to share that with us. That was one of my favorite stories.
It's just really great to have a community. I started doing it as a mainstream for myself because as a military person, I always believe service is what you do. Comes from a family. My grandfather was in the Army during World War II. And so I've been taught service most of my life. So it's just community is awesome to support that. So creating a group where everyone feels a sense of purpose by cosplaying kind of gives you more of a little, pep in your step to make people happy, bringing smiles to children and helping communities just reach out more, basically. That's kind of our goal whenever we do this community service. And it just makes us happier because we get to dress up, we get to be our inner selves sometimes. It's just really fun.
Very good. Okay. The panel members are thinking, man, he's really pushing us for this, but I did this for a reason, because now we have time for questions and answers.
Yes.
Anybody got any questions? Right there.
Yeah, we're a family of cosplayers.
Yay.
We're still relatively new to it. One thing I've been struggling with is what is your basic toolkit? What's in your stuff to get us started?
Okay.
Okay, oh, foam, now we're gonna geek on that. Oh, wait, how do we get foam to stick to certain other things so it actually sticks to our body? And so what are all the pieces you need for a good starting kit?
An Amazon card.
Surprisingly, you can get by with a good pair of scissors,
Sewing
simple
kit.
hand sewing, hem tape.
Hot glue gun.
Yeah, this to that is a website, and it'll tell you how to stick any two things together. It's an amazing site.
Yes.
Any other suggestions?
Uh,
Well,
no.
I'm going to do a blatant self-plug.
Yes.
I have over 500 tutorials on costume stuff sitting out there on the web at theirontailor.blogspot.com. You can catch me afterwards if you didn't remember it. And they're all tutorials of basically all the costumes I've done, ranging from all sorts of things. I'm wearing my 15-minute cloak. It is literally a cloak you can sew up in 15 minutes with just hand sewing. You don't even need a machine. Other questions? It went in front of there.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
Okay, cosplay repair. I don't know if Sergeant Stitch is here this time. There are several groups that.
The Patcheteers, they are usually like a roving cosplay repair team will come in, you can text them and they'll come to you. I remember once back in 2015, the heel on my shoe broke, but I knew it could be fixed with hot glue. So I texted her and she showed up with her portable glue gun, and it was great. And they do it for free, but I tipped her. I was like, here's $5. Thank you so much for helping me out. And there is a cosplay repair station it's on the mezzanine near the Star Wars Society booth. And Colleen Burks and her husband have that. It's pretty cool. But you can always have a little sewing kit with you, and
Repair kit.
repair kit, yes.
Yeah, super glue,
Yes.
Velcro.
Velcro,
Yes.
safety pins. You're trying to do things really fast. I also carry a couple of buttons glued to tie-tack backs. So I can just tack those in real quick to pull out bits together.
Also, right now at the San Diego Library, they have a cosplay
Yes.
repair station.
They do.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Yes. And I don't, like I said, check on the mezzanine and the cosplay repair station, just ask for Colleen Burks. I'm pretty sure she could help you out with that. They've got all sorts of good stuff there. She's very helpful.
If you flag down a cosplayer, chances are they've got some repair stuff and can help you out too. It's amazing how many people will help out. Another question.
So like with me, when I was a kid, I made zombie like torn costumes, and I also did like a Superman like burned situation. So when I was burning stuff, I basically used water at the same time to kind of give it the searedness, and then mixed it with a little bit of red dye and marker to kind of muck it up a little bit more
And
with
corn
any kind
syrup.
of dye, and putting a little bit black in it too to kind of give it coagulation. Kind of just going off science basically with what I'm doing.
Charcoal and sandpaper is like a little trade secret. Especially when you have like leathers and stuff like that, you can scratch it up real nice and that kind of thing. And charcoal is like, you can basically just add it to your, like, costume and so forth, and it actually will give it some age and so forth.
Black and brown temporarily hair cover
Yes.
can be sprayed on your skin to give grime and looks like that and washes off easily.
He had a question right there.
I was just gonna say, the other thing is, you're looking for one of the things in the prop side, weather,
Yes.
and it's the same search term for, like, costumes.
Distressing.
How can you do weather?
So thank you guys for the time. Brand new to cosplay, so this is like super helpful. I appreciate it, all of you guys. My question is kind of about the shelf life of a given costume. Like you put in a lot of effort into it, right? A lot of time. So how many times can you just use it and use it and use it, or do you like it one and done? Like,
Exhibit A.
It depends on the material.
right.
The better quality, the longer it will last, but yes.
Yeah. Is there like if it does last, do people just use them again?
Yeah, it's about maintenance. Like if you take care of your costume, like I have my first Captain America costume. It was a cheap eBay costume that I bought together. It was a two-piece suit. I still have it. It's in pretty good condition. I don't fit it anymore because I've grown about 40 pounds of muscle to be like Captain America naturally. So like it's just about care. That's how everything is.
Even with that pleather over there, if you add extra virgin olive oil to it, it'll increase its durability. So
Yeah.
it is all about care and so forth. That was
Keep
just
it out of the sun.
keep it out, so, yeah.
Those costumes frequently evolve and upgrade, and you change out materials, you do get something a little better, a little nicer, you put more effort into it. They can stay around for a long time.
Oh, yes.
She had a question.
Back in the white church.
This is a question, this is more of a comment. Never underestimate how kitschy he is.
Yes.
I did this when I was 7 or 8 with Star Wars. Doctor Who. I'm watching my nieces and nephews. They're trying to play Doctor Who. And there's someone said, "Oh, we don't have a dollar." I said, "No problem. I'm going to get you out a whisk and a colander. Ain't got a dollar."
Exterminate.
I was thinking of cheeseburger.
Yes, she's correct. Anything can become materials for cosplay. So don't ever underestimate, anything from wood stuff, carpentry, anything really.
Home Depot has a lot of great stuff for costuming.
Yeah, it's all about ingenuity.
Yes.
Like creativity is key, and your imagination is pretty much limitless if you allow it. So.
Mostly what everybody's dancing around with this is it's all a shape. Everything
Yes.
around you is a shape, and you can use it to your advantage in a certain way. So that's how creativity works. I mean, like I said, a plunger or like a piece off a car can help you too. It just all depends on how you use it.
Exactly.
Right here.
We were looking for like sewing patterns for specific pieces. Like a site or a program you like to use to find patterns.
Sewing patterns.
You can do this on ChatGPT into like will give you an actual pattern. That is one resource you can do.
Yes.
I mean, it used to be Joanne's that we would go to and flip through the books like crazy, but now ChatGPT can just spit those out. And even Peppercura can actually be another resource too.
I used to get all my patterns from Joann's when they'd have them like 99 cents each, so I've got like hundreds and hundreds of patterns. Since they don't exist anymore, Hobby Lobby carries some of the patterns, but you can also, there's lots of websites, and moodfabrics.com offers a lot of free patterns, which is cool. You just sign up for them, and they'll send you, say, hey, here's the free pattern. You look at it, go on their website, they email it to you, and then you download it and print it out. So there's lots of places will just have free patterns. And also Facebook Marketplace is a fantastic source for this kind of stuff. A lot of women or a lot of people out there are selling their patterns, and eBay selling patterns. You can buy like a whole bunch. They'll sell for like $1 as well. And even if it's a pattern you're like not quite sure about that, just buy it and you can turn it into something else. So I do that a lot. Even now that Joann's is gone, I bought a bunch of used patterns like for $1 a piece. So that's a good source for them.
Chris?
A lot of people see us as sort of mannequins. What do you do to get into character once you're in your outfit?
Visualize.
Yeah, cosplay is a lot more than just wearing the costume. We've talked about you have to stay in character, you have to answer those questions. You go as far as
I think that for me, depending on the character, like I'll just throw out an example, SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob. I know a lot of things about SpongeBob. I've seen the show, so basically I can just imagine him in my head right now, how he sounds, how he moves, how he talks, and then basically I could just go ahead and be SpongeBob and do the SpongeBob. And I think that, yeah, it's true. When you're cosplaying, you're trying to channel that specific character through your cosplay. And basically, if you are very familiar with a specific character, you can definitely be successful in channeling that character.
See, that's a great question because like I know what I like because I see a lot of costumes. I'm like, oh, I like that. I'll recreate it. But I don't necessarily know the character's backstory. So like once back in, I don't know, 2008, 2009, I made a Zatanna costume because I just thought, hey, magician costume, sexy, cool. I made that, and some guy came up to me and started talking to me backwards, and I had no idea what he was talking about. And I guess it's because Zatanna does her spells backwards, and I was like, okay, I had no idea what he was talking about. I thought he was weird. And someone's like, that's what she does. I'm like, ooh. So I try and learn that better. That's why original designs are better because then you develop your personality. So like with my various Wookiee costumes, like Chewbacca's Irish girlfriend, I just, do that and make up stories like, where's Chewbacca? And I'm like, I don't know, he's with one of his other girlfriends. I'm just here having fun for St. Patrick's Day, stuff like that.
last question.
I have. I've been in it for a few years with a couple of various groups. Masquerade is a good experience. It's a good opportunity to just meet fellow cosplayers, get to chat with one another, and then perform on stage in front of people. But you think it would be nerve-wracking, but it's actually pretty dark when you're out there performing. So you actually don't see too many people. So at least for me, it makes it much easier. And then, yeah, I just think it's an overall good time.
Masquerade's wonderful, but to learn more about it, you're gonna have to come back tomorrow at 11 o'clock, same bat station, same bat conference room.
New costumes.
Okay, I've saved the last 3 minutes for something we love to do. It's a little bit of a tradition. We love it. I want all the photographers to gather in the center aisle and everyone in costume come up
to the
and
front.
stand in front of the dais. We're gonna get pictures.
Come on.
We're gonna get a group picture.
Anyone in
You're
costumes,
gonna
come on over.
And then most of us will be available after this out in the hallway out there if you have any more questions. Come on, group in, group in. Not all of them have wide angle lenses.
Yeah, you can get in the front if you have to kneel down a little bit.
Come on over.
See who's using panorama.
Come on up.
Should call it cosplay assembly.
Yeah. Here. Cosplayers assemble.
This is why you don't do a superhero landing.